Hey, I kind of feel like breaking a magician's code today. What if I taught you how magicians make a card vanish and reappear just like that? If you stick around, you'll be a pro by the end of this video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Bao. I'm a professional magician. I've been practicing magic for over 14 years. And if you enjoy magic, you want to learn magic, or you're just curious about magic, then you're at the right place. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I know it's been a while that I haven't posted a full-length video. I've been busy with the boba playing cards project. I've been busy with my day job and just life in general. But I am so glad to make the time for you guys now. Ever since my last long video upload, my back palm video reached 1 million. 1 million, that is nuts. I can't believe it, but thank you so much. Without you, it wouldn't have happened. We also just reached over 50,000 subscribers. That is halfway to 100,000 subscribers, and that's when you can receive the very first YouTube plaque. And I am so stoked to get it. Perhaps we get it this year, who knows? I also hope that I've kept you entertained with my YouTube shorts in the meantime. Actually, my very first YouTube shorts reached 2.6 million views, which is nuts. And I noticed the comments. I know that everyone's saying that I look like Brett Yang from Two Set Violin. Well, guess what? Yeah, I kind of see it too. I mean, we're not that different. I do practice my magic 40 hours a day. And speaking of that specific YouTube short, I actually featured the Tenkai Vanish in that video. So in today's video, I will teach you how to do the Tenkai Vanish, and it might be considered as an easy vanish. However, if you want to execute it in a very natural way, that's where it gets hard. Now, there's a lot of things about the Tenkai Vanish that kind of annoy me, such as the fact that most of the time it looks really awkward, and I will do my best to make you look as natural as possible. So here's how we're going to split a tutorial. We're going to learn the Tenkai Vanish, then I'll teach you how to do the Tenkai Production, which is how you make the card reappear. Then I'll go through all the common mistakes because there are so many of them. And finally, I will show you the advanced handling and advanced routine that goes with the Tenkai. As a side note, I will be using a standard poker-sized playing card. However, you could be using a credit card, business card, whichever card that's around this size. That's totally fine. So grab yourself a card. If you don't have one, pause the video, go grab a card, come back, and we'll get this tutorial started. So here's how we're going to get into the Tenkai Vanish. So you're going to clip the card like this. I'm right-handed, so I hold it with my right hand, and my first finger and middle finger will be clipping the card. So first finger go behind, and the middle finger goes to the front, okay? In terms of positioning, it could be either in the middle here, or it could be a little higher there. It's up to you to try it out and see what's more comfortable, but I would suggest avoiding this part down here, because if you hold it here and you do the Tenkai Vanish, it gets into an awkward position. Your thumb might not even be able to reach. So that's why I suggest near the top and around the middle here, okay? So this will be the standard grip, kind of like a Yu-Gi-Oh! We deal this card face down in defense mode. It's time to do. You're going to hold the card like this, and this is basically what happens. You bring the card back for your thumb to hold, and then you release all your other fingers. So here's what it looks like from the back. You're gonna curl your fingers in like this, okay? So you'll see it goes like this. And now your thumb is going to grab the card like that. Now, the card is between your thumb and the palm of your hand. And now you can let go of your fingers so they can move freely like this, okay? Don't grip too hard, just enough for it to hold. So from the front, this is what it looks like. The fingers curl in, the thumb grabs the card, and then the fingers let go. Now, what you would be showing to the spectators would be the back of your hand. So if you're too much like this, you'll see it might start flashing, okay? So you gotta consider your angles. The best angles is usually from the back of your hand. So you can slightly tilt like this, but a little too much, you might flash, okay? So usually it's best to show this side. Don't want anyone here. For the Tenkai Production, it's basically the reverse of the Vanish. You will be in Tenkai palm. And basically what you're going to do is your fingers will curl in to grab the card, and then they're going to push it out like this. So from this view, you'll see it's gonna look like this. By the way, if you made it this far in the video, please don't forget to hit like, because that really helps support the channel. So now you know the mechanics of the Tenkai Vanish and production. Now it's only the technique that you know. We need to bring this all in together and make it look magical. We need to make everything look natural. And this is a common mistake. A lot of beginners, when they first learn, we think a lot about the technique, which is very normal, but sometimes it just gets really awkward and it just looks weird in general. So I will help you with that. Don't worry. I'll show exactly how to make it look natural. Okay, so here's how I'm going to tie everything together. Think of the Vanish as if you were throwing a card. If you're going to throw a card, your eyes actually follow the card. So if you're going to throw the card to make it vanish, your eyes should naturally look like they follow the card up in the air. What you're going to try to mimic is not only with this hand, but also with this hand. Hand's going to go down. Now you get into the Tenkai Vanish, so like this. And then at the up motion, the card's vanished, the card's gone. And you would also want to look up like this. So it goes like that. In order to sell the effect, I suggest you to use both of your hands and throw both of your hands in the air. So here's a little subtlety. The fact that you're mirroring this hand with your left hand, people will think that both of your hands are empty because they see that this hand is empty, therefore this hand might seem to be empty as well. Okay, so like this, it really sells the effect. And on top of you following the card, it really looks like it just flew in the air. So here's what you would practice. It would go boom, like that. So it would whip up. So the vanish would happen here, and then you would throw it up in the air. So once you've done the vanish, then you're gonna wanna do the production. So a little wiggle of the fingers is fine too. So go like this. Okay, and then make the card reappear. Or you can even look at an area, you see the card's right there, and then you make it reappear. So this, and then like that. But by doing all these extra subtleties, it really helps you sell the effect better to make it look magical and natural. Now, things that grind my gears with the Tenkai Vanish, I will address the common problems because I'm not a huge fan of the Tenkai Vanish in general. When I see a lot of people perform it, a lot of the times it looks awkward. It's not a very natural vanish in general. However, there's always some ways to make it look less awkward. So mistake number one, the T-Rex. I really do not like to see this. I see a lot of performers do this or some version of it. Just the fact that you're bending your wrist like this really gives away the Tenkai Vanish. Really try to have your arms in a more natural position, more relaxed, but really avoid to break your wrist like this, okay? So please try to avoid the T-Rex, okay? Bring your wrist in a more natural position. It could be resting by your elbows could be resting by your sides, or you can be talking like this. Because let's say when you talk with your hands, you can talk like this, right? Your hands don't go like this. So back here, put the card there, and this is what it should look like. A little more like this. So this might be personal preference, but I'm not a huge fan of this here, okay? The quick grab and vanish, because this is simply something that I wouldn't normally do. I would never quickly grab my card like that, and this type of grabbing motion is a little too aggressive for a delicate playing card. So instead, I would opt for something a little slower, kind of like this. Okay, and we'll go more into the handling in the advanced version that you're about to see now. By the way, there are some stuff that are a little too good for YouTube, such as this one. So if you're serious about magic, you want to learn some more higher level stuff, or if you're a fan and you want to really follow everything that I do, then leave your email in the description and I'll be sharing with you some exclusive content. So here's my advanced handling of the Tenkai Vanish. It's actually really inspired by coin magic, the retention pass, and it looks like this. Put the coin in the hand like this, make it vanish, and you can show both hands empty, before making it reappear like that. So just like the retention passing coin magic, the action is that you take the card and you put it in your other hand. Now, you also see in between the fingers that the card is there, but as soon as you close the fingers, you're actually going to pull the card back like this. In the front, it looks like this. Now, after you've taken the card back here, you can lightly tap the fingers here, blow, make it vanish, okay? And then lightly brush like this, drop the card, okay? And then I can show the other hand empty like this, okay? So this is now in Gambler's Cop. It is very angle sensitive, mind you. So this is usually for the camera. So take it like this, make it vanish, okay? And then you repalm it. So you repalm it like this, show both hands empty, and then you make the card reappear. So let's get into details on how this is done. So the grip for this is actually hold the card at the very tip of the corner here, okay? So in my case, it is the top right corner of the card. I will place it in my hand, and each finger will slowly hide the card like this. And as they hide, your middle finger will actually pull back like this. So the middle finger will pull back and it will actually land in Tenkai palm. So you see like this, your middle finger pulls back here and your thumb is conveniently there to grab it in Tenkai palm. So behind the hands, it looks like this, okay? So you'll actually have to work a lot on coordination on when to do it. Now, once you've done the vanish, right now you have the card in Tenkai palm, you'll actually brush the other hand lightly like this. So as you brush, you're going to drop it in Gambler's Cop. So it's clipped between the pinky and this part of the palm. Show that the hand is empty. So this hand kind of like hides the card as well. But at the same time, you should angle the card towards the camera or the eyes. But in this case, I usually do this mostly for the camera because it is so angle sensitive. So usually for social media, hold it like this, show that the hand is empty. And then once you've shown that the hand is empty, you go back to repalm it. So you go back to put the card back in the palm. You go back to repalm it and then show that both hands are empty. And in this case, the palm would push the card out and the thumb can get in between to make the card reappear. So once you've taken the card back, boom, the card reappears. Whew, that was a lot. And I do not expect you, if you're a beginner, I do not expect you to be able to do this today. You'll have to practice a lot. And if you already mastered the Tenkai Vanish, then this might be a little challenge that you can definitely try. So that's it. That was my advanced handling of the Tenkai Vanish. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. I actually have more tutorials on my channel and a lot more on the way. If you made it all the way till the end, leave a comment saying Tenkai. That way I know that you're a real one. Hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you on the next one. Peace.